playing here in Buffalo, you have to deal with elements like this. And, Coach Bowl, my coach in college, used to say, if you want to win in the North Atlantic, you got to train in the North Atlantic. So being out on the cold today, a little windy, and just trying to feel like they're getting used to what it could be. And obviously it's not snowing today, but we know at some point it probably will. And if there's anybody that's done it enough, it's me. I feel like I'm very comfortable with whatever elements are thrown our way. And that's just kind of the nature of the beast.
Hey, listen, a great example, right, of when your number's called being ready.
DFL Football 25. Heyo, welcome in the DFL podcast. Welcome into week 13 in the NFL, folks. Thanksgiving week, probably one of my favorite weeks of the year. Thanksgiving Day, happy Thanksgiving. Hope everyone is settling in with their families or getting ready to do what they're going to do. Enjoying themselves, getting ready for good political arguments over the dinner table. It was an election year, so I'm sure there's many families about to... there's probably going to be a couple of murders today. Let's be real about it, people. But let's try not to do that, okay? Let's keep our wits about us, keep our heads about us, and turn on the game, because the Bears Lions are kicking off. You're probably hearing this after the game is kicked off if you're listening to it today. But either way, no matter when you listen to it before the Niners-Bills, because that's the focus of this episode here, which I'll be talking about. Had a little conversation with Tommy about it. Chucky Fairweather, he flew in from his place out there on the West Coast to visit his family out here, but man, he doesn't carry his podcasting equipment with him. He's not devoted enough, people, so maybe you should leave in the comments. Go ahead and let him know what a coward he is for not joining. Had a really quick conversation with Tommy. This is going to be probably a shorter episode because, look, people, I would love to continue jumping up and down and talking all about the Bills-Chiefs and the win there. But that's old hat, as they say. And it's got to get done in the playoffs, so we're moving on. And yesterday when Tommy and I spoke, we didn't have quite all the information on who's exactly going to be playing. We spoke just before some of the injury report stuff came out, so I want to go over that real quick here because that's what matters. Coming back off the bye, that's what we're celebrating. We won the bye week, and by that I mean this team is getting healthy at the right time. And so you want to know the injuries. And so Keon Coleman, the biggest question mark that we've been thinking of, I think he would be the biggest. He was a limited participant in practice. I think we're going to see him maybe taking some limited snaps, but I think he'll be out there Sunday night. Amari Cooper, full participation. And then I think and Dalton Kincaid, he did not practice. So I think there's a good chance we don't see Dalton. Matt Milano being a full participant again, though, and obviously this is the big one. Haven't seen him in so long. We'll see how they start bringing him in. I think we bring him in. He sees a small snap count, not a ton of reps on Sunday night, but maybe he comes back and making a debut in prime time. Then and elsewhere around, there was Spencer Brown. Spencer Brown was limited as well. For the rest of them, full participants: Quentin Morris, Casey Toohill, Dorian Williams, TB. He's full. I mean, this team is getting healthy, folks. Dwayne Carter was full. Let's go. As for, however, 49ers injuries, we want to take a look at that because the big question mark there is at quarterback. And this is where I got to stop for a second, though, before I give you the injury report on that. Bills Mafia, listen close. If this guy, Brandon Allen, if he waltzes into Highmark Stadium on Sunday evening wearing that jersey, I think there should be upheaval. I feel like there's going to be a revelation from the Bible revelation scenario. I always picture the scene with the devil is walking through the streets and he's like swarmed by locusts and all the wretched things in existence. I feel like that's like something will be unearthed. If that's how Allen's going to come out of the tunnel. Josh, I mean, he's going to come out just in a fury. I mean, where's the respect, people? How this guy, he's got to go. I can't go play at Highmark Stadium wearing a number 17 Allen jersey. He should have had the woman that sews the jersey numbers. Have them, hey, real quick, make me up a number, 15, 18. I don't know, people. I don't know how that's going to go over. I'm definitely not here to incite violence, though. I'll tell you that. So don't do anything stupid. But I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some dildos on the field, like the Tom Brady days. Go ahead, Bills Mafia. If this guy wears that jersey into this stadium, you have my permission to throw dildos at him on the field. Not at him. You know what I mean? Don't hit him in the head. All right, listen. Nick Bosa did not practice. That's kind of huge. But their defense is pretty stout regardless. Now, this, McCaffrey didn't practice either, but they're just taking it easy with him without him being at 100%. As for quarterback, though, I think we're going to see Brock Purdy. So all that stuff about the Allen, it's okay. It's okay if he wears that jersey on the bench. You just don't. You can't be. I mean, that's just silly. I think he should have Josh sign that jersey at the end of the game. Wouldn't that be something? The Bills just tromp these guys, and then you just see him doing a jersey swap. Hey, anyway, people. Trent Williams did not participate when Dre Greenlaw was limited. As of right now, out of the last 5 times these teams have met, the Bills have been defeated more times than not, 3-2. I'll never forget the one a few years back. Oh, God. Maybe I do forget because it might have been longer, but Allen took them into overtime. We led that game-winning comeback drive. Well, game-tying comeback drive. Brought it to overtime. Heartbreaker. But over their last 5 head-to-head matchups, San Francisco has won 3 and has scored a total of 113 points to Buffalo's lowly 92. Lowly. Still pretty high-scoring matches, really. But let's tie this up over the last 6 and bring it to 3-3. And with that, let's jump into the convo with Tommy. Let's go. But yeah, if the Chiefs lose on Friday, that's a whole different story. And that'll be
right.
Yeah, that's what we're obviously rooting for here.
Right, yeah. Because right now we have a half game on.
Mm-hmm.
But if it ends up at the end of the season and it's Buffalo 15-2 and Kansas 16-1, they're going to end up pulling the card, even though
obviously,
because unlike Chucky's algebra, they don't go by who won how many games during the regular season and what their past record is. They go by who has the best record this season.
Yeah. But they also don't end seasons early in the NFL, man. It's a little different.
Well, yeah, but that's not what I meant. I'm just saying, they don't go by that. No matter when they end the season.
So anyway, though,
I was being humorous.
I know, but our audience doesn't know anything about the fucking DFL and that season that ended early that became known as Crygate. Yeah.
West decides to listen to the podcast, he'll get it.
yeah, he'll understand. So let's just preview the Bills-Niners, man. So what do you think of that game? So it looks like Purdy is gonna play. He's been warming up his his shoulder. They said he was taking light throws, I guess.
Right.
So yeah, man. What do you expect? What do you expect out of that? Let me get your wrap on it for a minute.
Okay. Well, quickly, I'm going to say I don't believe the Bills are going to lose focus, because what I mean by that is, because San Francisco has had injuries. They have some injuries on their defense right now, and they have lost a couple of games in a row. Close games either way, but they don't look as threatening as they have in the past. What's his name? Christian McCaffrey. Yeah, he's not 100% yet. You can see it, and but he's getting there. So I mean, this could be a slip-up game, but I don't think that is going to happen. I think the Bills are just, as Coach McDermott says, staying humble and they're staying hungry.
Yeah, but the Niners, healthy or not, have a tricky offense to defend, man. Shanahan's kind of a genius, and and it's all that tree with Mike McDaniel and all that, and so they kind of play like the Dolphins a little bit, that kind of style. But they have I don't know if I can't say their roster is better. When healthy, it is. When they're healthy, they got a better roster than Miami, I think. Well, it's they're kind of built for what they do.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun one, man. It's supposed to be snowing here.
But like I said, these are professional teams. They can adjust. They been doing this their whole life since they were kids. So these guys, they're basically kind of used to it. They get used to it. Sometimes they put more Vaseline on their arms than others, or whatever, to keep the cold off. But so it's not that big of a factor, is what I'm trying to say, the cold itself, but it can be a little bit, such as carrying the ball. The ball's going to be slippier. It's going to be harder.
All right, thanks, Captain Spock. Let's move around the league. Daniel Jones is signing with the Vikings practice squad.
That might be because they have Darnold under a 1-year contract, right?
Yeah.
They were just testing him out.
Yeah, but you think they would pivot to Daniel Jones? I mean, I don't know. How do you think he would fit in that squad?
That's a good question, because
that's interesting, because he never had a line in New York.
Right. And he always showed that he has some potential if he has the protection or whatnot.
Sure.
And but
I can never get over how much he looks like Ash Williams from The Evil Dead.
Groovy. Oh, he looks like him?
Yeah, he looks like if he was a football player.
Something wrong with him, that's for sure. I don't know if he looks kind of a cross-eyed, but I don't know.
He is kind of cross-eyed.
That's besides the way he looks. The way he plays is another story. But they're definitely not.
Yeah, but that's funny.
Donald, him in over Donald this week. He's going to have to catch up on their playbook and where.
Well, yeah. I don't expect him to be playing. He's signed to the practice squad, man. But I think, you're right. Like, I think Darnold was a 1-year thing right now, and then
that'll work.
Right, and
against.
But Darnold's. I don't know. He's been good there.
Donald or for him.
Right.
Because if he
motivate.
feels like, now you have me under pressure, like I really have to show what I can do, and he ends up having a little better of a season than what he's having right now, it's going to be hard for Minnesota to turn around and let him go to another team. At least I think it would be. You know? I mean, if he proves himself, he has them on the cusp of going into the playoffs. So are you going to turn around if this guy gets you to the playoffs and turn around and just like cut him, let him go? Are you going to be as dumb as the Giants?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If the guy gets you up there, why the hell aren't you going to keep him around?
Yeah.
At least give him another year. You never know what he's going to blossom into. But hey,
Yeah.
Some do. Stupid is as stupid does. That's all it comes down to. Because Darnold isn't going to be asking that big of a price, even if he gets them to the playoffs. He's not going to turn around and say, well, I want a $35 million a year contract to stay here. That's not going to happen.
Right.
So, they might, so I don't know. We'll see how it works out for him. If he tanks, then they have Daniel to work with. And he'd be happy to go any place because, he's out of a job.
Right.
And I don't care if you made $3 million the year before.
Uh-huh.
If you're in your 20s and this is your job, this is your livelihood, you just don't want to walk away, man. You have a chance to make some more money. You got to figure, when I retire, man, I want to retire. I don't want to be retired and have to get a part-time job at Walmart as a greeter.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, it's they have ways to look, and I
Of course.
don't know. It'd be fun. It'd be fun to see what happens.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to watch.
Is doing a really good job, especially last week when he turned around and said, "Okay, you take Jefferson away from me, I have more to go with," and he proved it. So that's a plus side there. That is. So what do you think about Isaiah Pacheco? What is his
Pacheco.
name?
Pacheco.
The running back for
Pacheco.
Kansas. Yeah. Echo. Yeah. He's coming back. I just picked him up.
Oh, yeah.
He's supposed to play Friday.
Wow.
If he comes back in good health,
Yeah.
it's really LA and Las Vegas in a bind.
Yeah, when you asked me what I thought about it, I'm not excited for it. I mean, I'm happy for Pacheco as a person and as a player, for sure. But I'm not excited to see him. He's ready for the playoff push. Yeah. Yeah, right. Exactly.
But because I picked him up, if he's in for sure on Friday.
Tommy, no one cares about your fantasy, man.
I know, but that's what I mean. So, other than that, I have no reason to pick him up. Like I said, I don't want to see him in the backfield when they're playing Buffalo again, and we're going to be playing them.
Right, of course. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to see him in the playoffs, man.
Unless the gods have mercy, and want to. Well, I shouldn't say that. What I should say is, unless the guys want to take away a fantastic game from the fans, the Bills and the Chiefs will see each other again.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
One house or the other.
Yeah, the football gods are probably rooting for it.
But if they don't, hopefully they have the Chiefs bumped off before they turn against Buffalo.
Of course, yeah. Yeah.
So,
of course.
I mean,
Speaking of Buffalo and Kansas, though, man, let's real quick take a look at what they call the current playoff standings, man. This is the exact way it goes. If you can hear me, right? Kansas City clinches a playoff berth if they win plus Miami loses or ties on Thursday night. As long as KC wins, they'll clinch a playoff berth if they beat the Raiders. If Miami loses or ties, and if Denver loses on Monday, or if the Chargers lose, and Denver ties. So who sits down and figures all this out? You know what I mean? I'm just reading it. Like, who sits down and figures it out?
But it's crazy. Also really early.
Right. Oh, it's way early. I know. It's just fun to look at, and that's my only question for you. Really, was do you think the Bills get it done and Miami loses, man? Because that's just fun. Because then we clinch the East, man, and that's awesome.
Exactly that. Yeah. I believe the Bills get it done, and then.
So print the hats, print the shirts, man.
Miami's going to lose to Green Bay.
But then, really, what does it mean? Because this is like 5. I mean, it's great. It's like 5 years in a row, I think, right?
Oh, yeah.
Five straight division championships. That's impressive, man.
Right.
But it's gotta carry over a little further down the line.
Right.
So go.
Because it's like Brady says, you never get tired of winning. You get tired of losing. And like you're saying, it's 5 in a row, but you're still excited about it.
Oh, of course.
You're not like, we do this all the time. I need more. A lot of people say that. I would like to see more. I would like to see them win the damn Super Bowl. I really, really do. I want to see that. But I'd rather see them in the running than where New England is right now.
Yeah.
Or the Jets.
Right.
Or the Panthers. They're all trying, but that's it. They're trying. And you just feel like, oh man, why am I going to watch my favorite team get their ass kicked?
Right.
So it gets depressing. I know, been there, done that.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to get back to the glory days. And then I'll start, crying about let's get at least one.
Yeah, right. I hear you.
At least get me back to one.
Oh, yeah.
That's my cry right now.
Right. It's been a long time, man.
Okay.
Who knows? I was 5 years old. So.
Yeah.
Well, I was I guess 9 or something the last time they were there, but anyway, I think Detroit wins on Thursday.
With the polls, you agree with? Do you want to see the Detroit Buffalo Super Bowl?
You know, I don't follow it, man. When I see that shit, I kind of just like, yeah, okay, you know, whatever. I mean, I think obviously in my heart, you want me to speak from the heart? Yeah. I think a Detroit Buffalo Super Bowl is nuts. I can see almost Buffalo beating them in the regular season and then going there and, you know. So I don't want to, you know, really even kind of think much about it. You know, I try to personally keep myself a little bit, I put a little distance between this, you know, but I would absolutely adore a Bills Lions Super Bowl, obviously. And I would enjoy every minute of it, and I would be probably dead with heart failure by the end of it. You know?
No, man, you can live it. You can do it. No. I've been there. I've done that. I'm proof you can make it through.
Yeah. So, so I try not to think much about it, man.
I'm kind of hoping that, you know, that we just beat them when we play them.
Yeah.
I don't want to lose to them. We're playing them in Detroit, so it's going to be tough. Because I'd hate to see, well, I'd liked it at the time, but I would hate to see a Buffalo Lions turn out like the New England and Giants. New England was on a roll, undefeated, right? And everybody's saying, hey, they're going to do it. They're going to go all the way. They're going to do it, right? And they go in and they play the Giants, right? And they end up...
Yeah, the helmet catch, man.
They beat the Giants in regular season.
Yeah.
And everybody said, that's it, man. They're going to go undefeated. They're all the way through, right? And then they get to the Super Bowl, and the Giants beat them.
Yeah, we all know the history,
That's the part I don't want to see with Detroit and Buffalo. If you're going to beat Buffalo, all right, I'll take the lump now.
Right. Yeah. I know. Part of me almost hopes that the Lions do beat us in the regular season, and part of me hopes that, you know, like let it be our last loss of the year. You know?
to get that out of the way. The pressure's going to be enough when we get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Let's not jinx any of that, though, man. Let's not talk about that shit. So I think
we'll see who ends up. I don't know who's. There's really no no guarantee of who's going to make it there. But four teams right now that basically have the step into it are those four teams: Detroit, Kansas, Buffalo, and the Eagles.
Yeah.
They look like the ones that are going to have the best chance of getting into the Super Bowl. And that there's encouraging and makes me feel good. And on that,
hey, keep it down.
Tremendous, you know?
Kid home for Thanksgiving, man. Real quick, throw a prediction on the 3 games for tomorrow, man. So you taking the Lions or the Bears, man? You taking, you know, Cowboys, Giants, Dolphins. Well, we know.
Lions and Bears. As much as I want the Bears to win, I'm leaning to the Lions.
All right, so you'll take the Lions. Then who? I mean, it's kind of a shit game, really. But who between the Cowboys and Giants?
The Cowboys and Giants.
Yeah.
Well, they're going back. They're going back to what's his name? Drew Luck.
Drew Lock, yeah.
Drew
He's.
You know, is going to forgive ownership and coaching.
You think
for,
so?
sticking it to him.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
You know, and but I think he's going to have the backing of his players. If you heard any of them, after last week's game,
it's in Dallas
they were all
though.
saying, it wasn't the quarterback's fault, and we don't know what they're doing. Right. So he definitely has. At least he has a team on his side, and that's a big plus. You know. So they could, and it's not even. It wouldn't even be an upset. But I can see them beating Dallas.
Oh, it wouldn't be an upset at all. I mean, Dallas is a mess, man.
I mean, well, yeah, they're not doing good at all.
Yeah, but Dallas they're at home. That gives them an advantage, and you know,
home, but
they're trying to probably squash some of this, dysfunctional, So I'm so happy that's the 4:30 game because I'm gonna eat during that one, man.
Considering getting Buffalo into the position.
I wish this guy could hear me speak.
I'm just saying.
He's deaf as a doornail, people.
Green Bay should win that. I think they're
He's
the
a
better
good man.
team. You know.
But,
absolutely. I do.
Yeah.
But
all right, man. So then the last one we need to go through, and then I know you're probably thinking the Chiefs are going to win, but hey, the Raiders will be rooting for them for sure. So then, but come Sunday, man, Sunday night, the last one to even touch on that's worth it at all here. Bills, Niners, who wins? Wrap this up, man.
All right. Bills Bills win. Bills win probably by a 10.
Refreshing
People
take.
underestimate them, but
By 10?
Most of their games are
You think they're going to take it by 10?
8 to 10 point.
Yeah?
Yeah, leads, victories, you know.
I like it.
So yeah, I'm going with the Bills all the way, especially with our defense coming back a lot healthier.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I don't care what anybody says, man.
At home, snow game.
Makes a big difference when they can count on. Okay,
Let's
man,
go.
We have him back. Let's go. You know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, brings a lot to the team, man.
Oh yeah, man.
And yeah,
I'm pumped.
So I'm going Bills, and I figure by 10. I don't usually pick points.
All right, I like it.
You know me.
Yeah. I'll say Bills.
Yeah.
Bills 35-24. I'll go there with you.
That's about right.
I'm going 9 points there. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Well, hey man, I like it. Happy Thanksgiving.
All right.
You know, happy Thanksgiving to Chucky Fairweather too.
Same to you, bud.
Oh, all right. Well, thank you, Tommy. That was insightful. I don't know. We hashed over some shit. It was early in the morning. Look, people, you're probably noticing already, if you've been listening at all to this show, that it's a little bit different than your typical football news programs. We're not just reporting statistics and that shit. It's really just more to invite people to come in and listen to some people just discuss the game in a natural, more casual manner. We're just pumped up. Bills Mafia. Looking forward to the game. I do think the keys to victory, so to speak, we have to contain their run. I don't think either quarterback playing for the Niners, and I know maybe I'll regret these words. Maybe the Niners will make me eat them on Monday morning if it's Purdy starting or this Allen imposter Allen. Either one isn't going to send me shaking. You stopping guys like Debo, McCaffrey, who's probably not 100%. Let's go, Buffalo. I trust Brady and Allen. You trust it. You know it. Let's go. Like, comment, subscribe. Listen, the DFL podcast is only evolving. Video will be added soon. At least on my end. I know I will be. I'm working on that, people. I know you want to see my face. All right, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy the games tonight. Let's go. Go, Pack, go. All right, just for today, I'll say that. Let's go. That should be a fun one tonight. And happy Thanksgiving, everyone. And let's go, Buffalo.